Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is JFlow444, and yes, this is one of the devices on TikTok where you wave it. I love this thing. You know, it's not the greatest. The lumens on it's pretty good, but when I do handyman stuff, I like really bright stuff, okay, so that I can be able to see the stuff because I'm blind. Anyways, today we're replacing this door latch. So what's happening is this is power. You have a key fob to open it, and then right here to your right you see there's an entrance for a key. Well, the problem is the key no longer connected to it, and so what I had to do is I had to remove the little oh gosh, what are they called? There's some little latches. They connect to this blue one here and to that white one down there. They're like cables, and they're pretty long, and they just pop into these little holes here on this blue one and one for this white one. The problem is this little motor here no longer acknowledges the key fob or the key itself. It was getting stuck, so I tried to put some silicone and stuff from that nature, but it still wasn't working. It worked for like a half a day, and then it just stopped working. Anyways, I had to remove these little bitty screws. They're that small. You see them right there? There's 4 of them, and there's still one up in here, and that's the way you're going to remove the cable to your camera. So let me adjust this a little bit better so that we can see, because it is kind of complicated to see it there. Anyways, if you look right in there, see that screw right there? You got the prongs coming out. That's your camera. So you got to remove those little screws in order to remove your camera, because when I ordered the new latch, it does not have the camera built into it. So therefore I got to remove the camera, install it into my brand new one, which is this one right here. It's brand spanking new, and you can see there's a hole there for the camera. So I've got to remove this particular screw to go ahead and remove the entire thing here. Well, if I get my light back on, I don't know what happened here. There we go. So right, let me see if I can adjust my light so that I can pinpoint it. So right here, there's 4 screws. There's one there, one up here, one on this corner, and one right there. So you got to remove this out, because that's where your camera's at. And those pins that are right there is what connects to your cable or your harness that goes to your truck. So we're going to remove that real quick, and I'm going to show you how to replace this camera into the new one, and we'll go from there. Correction. So I removed the little screws, and little did I know that there's 2 Allen keys right in there. Let me show you where they're at real quick. They are, gosh, it's so hard to do this with a freaking, alright, that's not going to show nothing. So right here you have an Allen wrench right there, and then you got this one right here. So I'm assuming when you pull these out, this whole thing here will come out, and then I could put this into the new latch that I purchased. So let's take those off, and we'll go to the next one. So this shows to be a 2.5 Allen wrench. It's probably a metric, but anyways, this one here is working quite beautifully for the what I'm doing right now. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and remove these Allen screws real quick, and that should break me free from the camera so I can install the new one. Okay, so basically what this does is a bracket to hold a actual camera into place. So if you look here, this just sat in there like that. And these little baby screws I took out is for the inside of this adapter. So these little screws shouldn't have been removed from the get-go, but in order to remove this camera lens from your bracket, you only have to remove this right here, which got the two Allens, and this just slides in here on the top like that, and then this goes right over it, and that's it. So let's go ahead and do that right now and move forward. Okay, so here's the tip. It's going to be really hard to get those Allens back in this hole. This is about 2 inches long, so what I recommend you doing is put your camera in here first, like I got it there. Put this in second, just like that. So put that in first, which is your camera lens, and put this in second. You can get you some long needle nose and grab it, because there's almost no way you're going to be able to get these in the hole with these being so long in here. So I mean, this is going to be a little trickier. So I mean, if I had a magnetic freaking Allen wrench, this would be great, but no, they don't tell you about this. So make sure you use some long needle nose so that you can start your screw in, and then that way you can put your Allen wrench next. Alright guys, so this is my conclusion. Because this screw is so small and this hole is about 2 inches deep, since these Allen wrenches are not magnetic, so of course if you have a magnetic tip for your Allen wrenches, you'll have no problem get that in the hole. So I rigged this up with some tape and the Allen wrench stuck to it so that I can put it in the hole and get it started, and then I can remove the tape. So I'm such a dummy. This right here is the Allen wrench, and I put it on a magnetic tip, and that worked freaking flawless. Why didn't I think of that before? I don't know. So this is just crazy because it's freaking 10 o'clock at night, and I'm trying to get this fixed before tomorrow because I gotta work tomorrow. So in here, I finally got that crap up in there, and it's tied in, and now I just gotta put the baby screws, and now we could actually start attaching the latch back. Okay, so I was a little bit worried because I didn't know if I was putting the camera in backwards, but there's actually a little notch where this can only go one way. And so I think I got it correct. If not, I guess we'll find out when I put it all together and it's backwards. So hopefully that wasn't a rookie mistake. Okay, now that I got this put together, I've got to attach the harness. There's a way that the harness goes through these little slots here. I don't know if you can really see them, but they go in and out and whatnot. So let me do that real quick, and then I'll show you how it goes back together. Okay, so because the shape of the harness, you can see when I move this out of the way, there's a slot, and since it's already bent, it basically showed me how it goes back into place. So let me get that in. Basically just like so. Well, can't see because of the dang light. So anyways, as you can see there, and there's down at the bottom, there's room for 2 more screws, and those 2 screws are going to be what holds the actual harness to the camera and keeps it from slipping out. So I got to get that in there very carefully, and anyways, once you do that, you connect this harness, and you got 2 bolts that go into that, or these are nuts that are built into the actual latch, and you just put it back on, and it should be easy as 1, 2, 3, hopefully. Alright, so for these baby screws that are right, let's see, it's kind of hard to pinpoint because I have no way of holding the light and the thing. So right here, these screws right here, you see those 2 screws? one to the left and one to the right. That's what holds the harness to the camera. Now I got to take off the lock from here and transform it to over here. I didn't know how to do all this. So this is what you get for buying from Amazon. I could have probably just went directly to Chevrolet house and they would have got the whole assembly, but that would have cost me about $400. This right here I think cost me like 50 bucks. So I'd rather pay 50 bucks and do it myself than to pay freaking $300 or $400 and the labor to install it. So overall this would have probably cost me about $800 to $1,200. Okay, so basically the way this comes off, this was just like this. It's got the little slots, the little wings on the side of this lock mechanism. It basically goes in like that. I had to take off the screw off of this right here in order to pull this out of the way, and then it has this little clip, retaining clip, that holds this in place. So I'm gonna have to take off the clip off the other one, put it on here, and all this is it goes through the back right here like this, under here, and then it just goes clipped onto that. It's very easy to remove. So the way these things come out is you can use your finger. I was able to push them out at the same time and it came off, and then I did the same thing to put it back. So you got to make sure that this lock mechanism, this little thing that comes up, is in between these two cavities here. Okay, so the next thing I got to do is I put the latch back on, and there's the two screws that's just barely holding it into place. There's one there, and then there's one over here. So I'm going to tighten that down. There's one, and here's the other one. Okay, so that's number 2. So now I got to put this thing back on, and this one goes through, oh, if I can remember how this one goes on. No, I can't remember. Oh, this goes. Well, let me figure that out real quick. Okay, so in order to put these back, let me see if I can get some light in there. These little hooks, they're just hooks. So see how it's open right there? I just slid this cable right in the hole like that, push down on it, and then I go and I slide this over it like that. Do the same thing with the other one. Just like this, put it on, slide it over, and there is completed right there. Now I got to put that other component on. That's the one I can't remember how to put back together. But hey guys, this is J-Flow Triple Foe. You know what I'm saying? So I go as I go. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I know this is crazy because I am not a mechanic by no means, but I could not find it on Facebook, or I mean YouTube, or any other format that I can look this up. And so I decided, hey, tackle it myself, get it done, and hopefully it works. Right. So that probably saved me about $1,200 or more, and so now I just got to put it back together, and that's what I'm trying to attempt right now. Okay, because I can't remember how I did it. Okay guys, so I figured it out. Basically, let me turn it. Basically, this mechanism just sets under it like so. There, it's latched on. You got to make sure it sits. So if you see this little rubber thing right here, it's got to sit right on top of that. So this slides under this here and under this one over here, and then basically once you seat it, you make your adjustments, and you just put your screws where they go right here, and one over here on this end. So let me put that together real quick and we'll give it a try and see if it works. Oh, and don't forget to put this harness back into this area right here, so you can see there's only one place that wire harness goes. It goes in that little slot there, and then you put your latch back on to where it belongs. And just in case you guys are skeptical of the way I'm putting this back together, the reason I knew that this goes under this right here is because there is a circular black indentation from where this screw was hitting before. Same thing with this one right here. So this is actually where the nut or the screw goes, and this particular area has the nut built into this mechanism, so when you screw it down it sucks it up and tightens it. So that's how I figured it out. Okay guys, so I just now completed it. As you can see, it's exactly the way I took it out. I just hope that I put all the components the way it should be, and we're gonna give this sucker a try real quick. Let me clean this area up, and then we'll see if it latches anymore and if I don't have any problems. And for all you doubters, this is the final conclusion of this YouTube video. Unfortunately, I ended up clocking out on the last video, which made me make 2 videos. I'll try to edit it down the line to see if I can put it all on one video, but here is the end of the job for a 2018 Chevrolet Silverado. The latch was broken. It was not opening with my key fob, nor was it opening with my key right here. So now let's lock it, and as you can see, it's working. And unlock, and there it is. So let's see if we can lock it with the lock that I put in, which is the original lock. And it's locked, and that's open. So we have successfully completed a task. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe, and please share the love. Again, it's free. All you got to do is just like and tap that like button, and just share the love. Thank you. Have a great and wonderful weekend. God bless you. And don't forget about the eclipse. Goodbye.